Oh, hello and welcome to today's very much past due episode. Some of you may remember, but hi, I'm Jillian Rogue and I used to make videos on this channel. A lot. I haven't made videos in so long because I've just been so busy with working and just like stuff going on in my life, and a big part of that has been my weight loss. So I'm back, I'm making videos again, and today I'm here to sip on my cold coffee with cat hair floating in it and do my makeup and talk to you guys about my weight loss. First and foremost, elephant in the room, I will probably be using this Jeffree Star mirror. He is problematic, I know. I bought this mirror before I knew about his problematicness, and it's the only handheld mirror I have. So I'm sorry. It's not to support Jeffree Star in any way. I've lost 165 pounds. I started out at usually I was about 340, but I went all the way up to 360. Now I'm at 175 pounds. And the biggest change I've noticed is with my face. There are like lines that I never had before. I have like really bad bags under my eyes now and stuff like that. So one of the things I started implementing every day is this like Murad dark circle corrector. I'm not sure if it works. If it does, it's subtle enough to where I haven't really know. I think I see a little bit of a difference, but it's not like a big difference. And but you know what? It's expensive and it's gold, so it has to work, right? So then I just use this like Murad moisturizer all over my face. Next, sometimes I do and sometimes I don't do primer because I'm still totally undecided as to whether or not it does anything. I feel like I could be using the same primer every day, and there are some days that I put it on and it helps. There are other days that I put it on and it's like I can see it just like making my makeup look more cakey. So I'm just really undecided. Is primer a sham? I don't know. I was sent this Tarte Base Tape Hydrating Primer for like a promotion. Now, I don't know how much I need like a hydrating primer, being as I just put on moisturizer, but I guess I will just try this. And this is where I fuck my makeup up for the day, so get ready. How is this a primer? This is like a lotion. Like, look how runny it is. How is that? So basically what I wanted to talk about in this video is how I was a plus size model, a plus size Instagram model. You know, I had deals with brands, plus size clothing brands. I was doing photo shoots twice a week with photographers for these brands. And I had, you know, a good size following, 100 and almost 70,000 followers. I think I was at like 168. And then I lost 165 pounds. And with my loss of 165 pounds, I've lost about 16,000 followers now. I've lost all the brand deals that I had, which, you know, kind of makes sense because a lot of them were plus size clothing brands, but some of them were like plus size and regular size. Like, they could have kept me and just kept me as regular size, and they didn't. They dropped me. It actually doesn't feel that bad. It feels tacky, which is a good thing for a primer, to feel tacky. And a lot of people were really mad that I lost weight. And when I say a lot of people, I mean in the body positive community. Now, I'm not trying to like shame anyone or anything like that, but I just think a body positive community should include all bodies. And the thing with me is I would have never lost the weight that I lost if it wasn't for body positivity. And that's something that I really want to talk about today and just kind of shed light on. I don't know, just the fact that I was a plus size model and I lost weight, and now the body positive community has pretty much shunned me. And yeah. So next, for my under eye bags, I use this Urban Decay Naked Pink Concealer, and I just put that under my under eye bags, you know what I mean. have many videos about how I used to be addicted to drugs, and I used to do heroin, and then I was on methadone for years, and I was big my entire life. All through high school it was like, you know, 245 or so. But when I got on methadone, I just gained a ton of weight, and it made me really depressed. Like I said, I got all the way up to about 360 pounds at one point, and I was just addicted to food like crazy. I have videos on how bad my food addiction was, but it was like I basically replaced drugs with food, like 100%. Yeah, I got all the way up to 360, and then I would struggle to try to lose weight, and I got down to about 340, and I stayed there 345 for a really long time. That's kind of like where my weight settled, as I was still really addicted to food. And I was really depressed, and I really wanted to kill myself over the way I looked. I just felt like there was no hope for me at all whatsoever to ever lose weight. I felt like no one was ever gonna love me. I was gonna be alone forever. I was just very depressed because of my weight. And I wanted to do YouTube. I wanted to be a social media influencer. And that was like my dream. So it was in January 2019 when I decided, you know what, fuck it. Like, I see other girls doing it on Instagram. I'm gonna follow one of my dreams of being a model, and, you know, being like a plus size influencer and being body positive. And even though I hated myself, I thought, hey, maybe I can fake it till I make it. Maybe I can just pretend to be body positive and you know, eventually make myself believe it. So I started, like, you know, joining model groups and looking up photographers and doing like pro bono or whatever they're called, I forget now, shoots and stuff like that, and just posting on Instagram all the time. And I would go out and I would wear these clothes and do these shoots and make myself confident. I would force myself to be confident in the body that I was in. So next side note, doing my foundation with Urban Decay Stay Naked foundation. I like this foundation because it's very thin, so I feel like it does a good job of not sitting in all my fine lines that I have now. So as I started to do this, I started to build a following, and the feedback I got was really, really good, and that really did boost my confidence. And then brands started to reach out. More and more photographers wanted to work with me. People like were messaging me about how inspiring I was and how I was like helping them love themselves, and it just really boosted my confidence. And from January 2019 to January 2020, I just really learned to really love myself. Like, I did fake it until I made it. I started to feel so confident in my own skin. I started to love my plus size body. I was wearing clothes even like thin girls were scared to wear, wearing whatever I want, you know, like I felt good. The only thing that made me not feel good was, even though I felt confident, I still felt so controlled by food. I still was like binging constantly every day, all day. I still was just controlled by this insane, unhealthy addiction to food. And while, yes, I felt more confident and attractive and loved my body, I also felt like, you know, typical things of being 345 pounds. Like, it's hard to walk upstairs. It's hard to run around at work because I manage a restaurant. So it's hard to, like, you have to be fast and on your feet, and it makes it harder when you're carrying around all that extra weight. My heart would pound constantly. I was pre-diabetic, you know, like I had all these issues. But mainly, most troubling was how much food was controlling me. Before I gained the confidence that I gained with my body positive modeling and whatnot, I would never go out. I would never leave my house. I would just sit at home and binge constantly. I didn't want to be out. I had people invite me out, and I would always think, I can't go out and enjoy myself until I'm skinny. I'm too fat. People are just going to stare at me. You know, I was so consumed with what other people thought that it made me not live my life and go hang out with friends and do stuff and meet people and have fun. And then next I use, again, Stay Naked concealer, a couple shades lighter. So it was in about October to like October, you know, November, around there, December, when I started finally letting myself go out with people when they invited me out. I was finally like feeling confident enough to go out and have fun and do stuff that I wanted to do and do things in my life other than just sit at home alone and stuff my face. I slowly started to realize like, hey, I'm not eating as much as I used to eat. Like, eating is no longer like the only thing that I'm looking forward to. Like, I'm looking forward to going out and doing stuff. It wasn't until January of 2020, late December / January 2020, I finally stepped on the scale again and saw that I was like 301 pounds. And honestly, I was shocked. I was like, dude, I wasn't even trying to lose weight. I genuinely wasn't. Like, I genuinely just started loving my body for the first time ever and filling my life up with other things. For the first time in years, the focus in my life wasn't food, is what I'm getting at. And that all happened because of my journey with body positivity and body positive models. I hope you guys can understand here. You take a girl who is totally addicted to food, letting food just control and run her life, and is so depressed and just defeated by her weight that she makes a last ditch effort to accept herself and just pursue her dreams. And by doing that, she embarks on this journey of self-love and transformation from within that led to food no longer being the focus in her life, which led to unintentional weight loss. But because underneath it all, there was still that girl who was so defeated by her weight, when I saw, holy crap, I've lost like 45 pounds without even trying to, I immediately was like, if I wasn't even trying to lose that, how much more could I lose if I try? So it was in January of 2020 that I started trying to eat better. I started trying to lose weight. And I didn't want to admit that before, but yes, a part of me was trying to lose weight. I was trying to better my relationship with food, but I've never been able to lose weight before. And I was so like set on, I'm going to be this size for the rest of my life. It was so shocking to see that I had unintentionally lost weight. So when I saw that, I was like, screw it. Let me see how far I can go with this. And that is what started an unhealthy relationship with food all over again. But on the opposite side of the spectrum as before. This is something I've yet to talk about with my weight loss. And it's something that I'm being totally honest about. I started not eating for a day or two at a time. And then when I would eat, I would kind of like let myself eat whatever I want. Or some days I would literally just take 2 bites of food and that was it. And it was like I weighed myself every day, several times a day. And I was wanting to see like a pound a day of weight loss. And it became addicting because I was seeing that. And I was like, first I was like, wow, I bet I can't get under 300. Let me just try to get under 300. And then I was 290. And I was like, wow, I wonder if I could get to like 260. Let me just try to get there. And then all of a sudden I was. And then I was like, holy crap, what if I could actually be my high school weight again? Let me just try to get to 245 and just be my high school weight again. And I'll just be so happy. And finally, I'll love myself for real. And let me just try that. I got to where I stopped not eating every day. And I started eating every day, but I only allowed myself 400 calories a day. And I got to 245. And I was like, holy freaking crap, I'm trying not to cuss. Now I'm 245. I'm my high school weight again. This is crazy. And it was just like this addiction to weight loss and results. And looking back, because I'm out of that now, I can't decide if it's disordered eating or if it's what I needed to do to lose weight or what, because I had doctors tell me, you're starving yourself, but it's okay because the benefits you're receiving from losing weight health-wise are greater than any damage you could be doing by how little you're eating, basically. And then I would look up, weight loss surgery. And weight loss surgery, people, once they get like the gastric sleeve and stuff, they really only eat like 400 to 600 calories a day. So I was basically doing what someone who got surgery would do, but without surgery. Side note, next step here, I set my face. And to set my face, my all-time favorite setting powder is Tarte, just Shape Tape setting powder in translucent. This is a new one because I used the rest of my other one. This stuff, it doesn't put any color on your face, so I love it. And it doesn't, a lot of setting powders, will make your face really like cakey looking and powdery looking, and this really doesn't at all. I kept doing the very little eating. I was like intermittent fasting, so I wouldn't let myself eat every day until about 3 in the afternoon. And then when I did eat, I'd only allow myself to eat about 400 to 600 calories. This is a very honest video. I sat down to try to film how I lost the weight several times, but I wasn't ready to like really be honest about what I did yet. And here I am, being honest. I just started getting like this extreme anxiety related to food. If I went over my 400 to 600 calories at all, I would have panic attacks. I would freak out. I would feel so like bloated. I was having issues with my constipation and like bowel movement because there wasn't like enough nutrients. My body was like in starvation mode. So it was trying to like save all my nutrients to keep me alive. Therefore, other functions in my body were starting to like kind of shut down. Like I lost a lot of hair. You could see my hair is growing back now. It's like new hair growth. I just became obsessed. I became obsessed with results. I kept setting new goals for myself because every time I would hit a goal, I'd be so shocked and I'd be like, wow, if I made it here, how much further could I go? So it ended up being, my final goal was 200 pounds. And then once I hit 200 pounds, I was like, if I stay at 200, my weight's gonna fluctuate and I'm gonna go back up and that's gonna freak me out. So then I made my final goal 190 pounds. And that, I hit that, I think it was around like October or like November of 2020. And that was when I told myself, okay, I'm here, I need to stop. Like I need to stop, and like what I'm doing isn't healthy, and the amount of hair I was losing was like really scaring me. And I went to the doctor and found out I was vitamin D deficient, I was iron deficient, all this stuff. And it was scaring me. Like what I was doing to my body was scaring me. And I had doctors telling me it's good. I'm just doing, like I said earlier, what people who had surgery would do. But it was scary. And the way I felt about food and was scary because it's like, yet again, I'm so controlled by food. It's just the opposite end. I'm not eating it constantly, but I'm thinking about not eating it constantly. And the anxiety that came with it, and the days that I would try to eat more, I felt so sick. I felt so like bloated and like backed up just from eating like 1,000 calories. Like it was crazy. When I hit 190, I started to vow to try to fix my relationship with food for real this time. Like not focus on losing weight, but really just focus on my health, how I feel, and my anxiety around food and my relationship to food. And this is what I'm saying, like, it's really all so psychological. Like, it really all is. Like, so I started gradually increasing the amount of food I would allow myself to eat. But the weird thing is, like, I had to literally, like, force myself to eat even just like 100 calories more. So the next thing I do is I contour my face with the Too Faced milk chocolate bronzer powder thing. I don't know what it's called. And I use this really, really old Wet n Wild brush that's very old and very dirty and I've never washed. So it's great. Throughout time, I slowly did get out of that mindset. I got out of it and my anxiety over food got less and less. I was feeling more and more comfortable with what I was eating. My calorie intake right now is all the way up to 1,400 calories a day, which for someone who is struggling eating more than 600 is pretty good. I'm also having like regular cheat days once a week, sometimes once every 2 weeks, depending on how I feel, but mostly they've been once a week. And I find myself comfortable with food again, you know, like if I go a little bit over my calorie intake, I'm fine. Like it's fine. It's not a big deal anymore. I feel so much better in my body. I feel so much healthier. My hair is growing back. I can walk upstairs now. I don't have high blood pressure anymore. I'm not pre-diabetic. You know, I'm way healthier. I'm not obsessing over food. I'm not sitting here thinking about what I'm going to eat all day. When I'm on either end of the spectrum. I'm not, oh my God, when can I eat? All I want to do is eat. And I'm not, oh my God, I can't eat. I can't eat. I'm fine. And it's still a journey and it's still a learning process, but it's getting so much better. I just filled in my eyebrows real fast. And then next I do eyeshadow, which lately I've been using this Morphe palette. This is the 350 Nature Glow. It's just like a regular like brown nude palette type thing. Oh, it's broken, so that's great. I know a lot of people are asking, you know, like how I lost the weight and stuff like that. And this video is probably going to be very unsatisfying and totally not what they want to hear. But you know what? It's the truth. And I'm going to make more videos, more in depth about how I lost the weight. But like, the main thing that I want people to take away here, and by the way, I'm just using a matte like white to coat my whole eye in as kind of like a base. The main thing I want people to take away here is that I don't know how I feel about how I lost the majority of my weight. Once I started eating more, and like fixing how I was eating and making myself eat more and trying to get over my anxiety about food that I had gotten from losing weight, I was like about 200 pounds, like 195 or so. So as I fixed my relationship with food, I still went on to lose like another 20 pounds as I made myself eat more. During the summer is just when it got really bad, and I don't know how I feel about it. Was it some kind of disordered eating, or was it just what I had to do to lose the weight? So I'm just telling you guys honestly what I went through, and that's that. You know, that's what I went through. I'm out of it now. I'm much better with eating now. I lost the weight I want to lose. I would still like to go down another 10, 15 pounds, but now I'm doing it much more healthy and I'm not obsessing over it anymore. And I'm able to really like slow down and let it happen slowly while I'm building a good relationship with food. So I do kind of like, I'm not going to show the exact colors I use because the way I do my eyeshadow is the same no matter what eyeshadows I'm using. I do a base of like a matte white. I do like a medium toned brown or whatever on the crease. And then I do like a darker toned brown on sort of like a C shape on my outer lid like this. And then I usually pick like another 2 colors, one darker and one lighter. And I do one like closer to the dark part on the lid. We're all peas in the same pod. Whether you're too skinny or too overweight or eating too much or eating too little, it's all the same issues, just in different ways. Because I've been on both sides of that spectrum. Okay, so my phone was dying, so I just did my lashes, eyeliner, and mascara off camera. I'm using this Kylie blush. I like it a lot. Don't like Kylie Jenner, but like this blush. So anyway, yeah, I've struggled with making this video several times because I struggled to know how I feel about everything I went through to lose weight. But the bigger picture here, putting some blush on my nose, is basically overall what you should take from this video is what I went through now, I just see as a journey. It was just my weight loss journey. It was really hard. It was full of a lot of anxiety and fear and eating issues and crying and also happiness and proud moments too. And now I'm getting into just maintaining / slowly losing like my last 10 pounds. I've been maintaining / slowly losing for several months now. Along the way of my weight loss journey and how I was with food and everything I've done to lose basically half my body weight, I've learned a lot of things about eating and about your relationship with food. And I've learned a lot of ways to lose weight and to do it healthy and do it the right way. And I've learned how psychological it is. So for highlight, by the way, quick pause. I've been using Anastasia Moonchild. It's a little sparkly, a lot of the colors, but I really like how colorful it is. So I'm going to do the green one. I've been mixing like the green and the blue ice. Along the way, my weight loss journey wasn't perfect. No. And that's another takeaway from it. Like, I want to let people know, like, when you lose weight, it's not this like Instagram happy day every day. Oh, so happy to be eating fucking berries for breakfast. Like, no, it's hard. It's difficult. It's taxing on your mental health. It is very, very, very psychological. It is not just eating less at all. It's a psychological journey that completely messes with your mind and is very mentally taxing. Last but not least is lips. The takeaway from this video is what I went through is confusing. It was hard. It was difficult, and I don't know how I feel about it still. But it's what I went through, and it's what I did. And you guys wanted to know, so I'm sharing that with you. Moving forward, so I'm sharing what I went through with you, how hard it was, how scary it was, all of it. Moving forward, what I would like to talk about more is all the stuff I've learned from it. I feel like I could really help people, be it with overeating or undereating, be it with weight loss, healthy relationships with food. I just feel like I've learned so much about all that. And I have so many like healthy things that I've learned to eat. I have so many more healthy habits of eating. I have so many like tips and tricks that I've learned from the months of me eating more, eating healthy, and more slowly losing, maintaining the weight. And I would love to share all of that with you guys and just get into detail about all of it. If you guys are here to see that type of content, I hope you are. And also, I'm still on this journey. I am still learning to have a good relationship with food. That is not over yet. Yes, it's gotten a lot better, but it is by no means complete. I'm putting myself out there. I hope I don't get shamed too bad. I hope I made my point. I hope my point comes across the way I intended it to come across. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you're here for all the fresh content I have coming out and that I'm going to be making in the weeks to come. So let me know any questions you guys have. I'm open to talk to me in the comments. Let me know what you think, all that good stuff. Anyway, I still don't know how to end videos. Through my whole YouTube career, I've never known how to end videos. So thank you guys for watching, and let me know what you think, and subscribe if you want to, and have a good day, I guess. That's how I end. I'm just gonna stop it.